Adams is a college graduate and a first-class medical assistant. It would be impossible to run my office without her. And you treat her as if she were a servant instead of a house guest.
House guest? She's here to help me entertain for the summer. I simply wanted to keep her place.
Thank you, Mrs. Stanhope. At least I know now why I was invited here for the summer.
May I?
What time will you and Miss Adams be back? I wanted to fix cocktails for Katie and Pinky. They're coming around at 6. And, Miss Adams will have to dress.
I'll be back about 5:30 after I've seen my last patient. But I'm not sure that Miss Adams will be back.
Oh, don't be silly. Of course you will. Miss Adams isn't going to miss an opportunity to be near you.
Oh, Dr. Stanhope, it's Miss Adams. You have an 8:30 appointment with Mr. Maris, and I don't think you're going to be able to make it. Should I...
I was brought up to believe an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, and I made a point of an annual physical checkup. But this year's appointment had been canceled. Instead, I'd spent the morning tracking down Lieutenant Weston. My physician, Dr. William Stanhope III, was in jail accused of murdering his wife.
Hi, Herb. Oh, I was just down here trying to find who fits these. Say, how did you know I was here? How did you find me?
Well, it took a little time, but I had some to spare. I had to postpone my appointment with Dr. Stanhope this morning.
Listen, if you're concerned about your health, I'd suggest you find another doctor.
What did happen?
Well, the doctor and his wife had Mrs. Stanhope's brother and sister-in-law, Pinky and Katie Winthrop, over for cocktails. Now, Mrs. Stanhope wasn't feeling too well, so she felt she'd sleep a lot better alone in her own guest room. So, when the party broke up, Wendy Adams, the doctor's assistant and house guest, left with the Winthrops to spend the night at the Winthrops' house.
How many people knew that she'd slept in the guest room?
Well, nobody, as far as we know. Now, the doctor slept on the living room couch downstairs. When he woke up in the morning, he went upstairs to the guest room and found his wife's body. She had been shot to death with the doctor's gun, which the doctor picked up.
Covering it with his prints.
Yes, now the doctor claims he's innocent. And he's sure that nobody's going to believe him, but I think he's right.
Well, I believe him.
Oh, that figures.
Oh, look at it this way, John. If you can't trust your doctor, who can you trust?
Your lawyer. See you, Herb.
I'll see you. Hello, Wendy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Maris. I feel just awful about Dr. Stanhope.
I imagine you do.
Well, I was having my lunch. Have a bite.
Oh, no, thanks. I've got to watch my waistline.
I should be watching mine.
It's a waistline worth watching. But I imagine the boys have already told you that.
Well, thank you. As a matter of fact, Dr. Stanhope really didn't leave me very much time for boys.
I suppose he relied on you a good deal.
Oh, yes, he did. Inside the office and out. You know, I think poor Stan kept me busy very often just to make sure that I wouldn't have dates.
Well, he probably wanted to make sure that you didn't come to the office too tired to work.
That's not true. As a matter of fact, Dr. Stanhope and his wife quarreled about me. He even wanted a divorce. You see, she found out about these.
Press clippings, photos. All of Dr. Stanhope.
Yes. Stan had me take May's pictures out. He wanted me to make a scrapbook just about him. Mr. Maris, do you think the doctor's going to be convicted of his wife's murder?
If he's guilty, yes.
Well, I suppose I'd better get his mail ready. I promised I'd get it to him before I took the bus to the beach.
Why don't you let me drive you to the beach? I could deliver the doctor's mail, too. I'm going that way now. And I could pick you up back here in, say, an hour.
Well, all right. I'll get the mail ready.
Good.
I can't imagine why Wendy sent along my mail.
She said you wanted it.
Oh? Well, perhaps I did mention it. But as to the quarrel between Mrs. Stanhope and myself, gentlemen, I want to assure you that Miss Adams is mistaken. It was not over a divorce. Perhaps she imagined that it was.
Well, just a moment, Doctor. I don't think she imagined the scrapbook. Mr. Maris saw that.
Well, I wouldn't place too much stock in the scrapbook, gentlemen. She probably is just putting it together as a little surprise for me. In many ways, Miss Adams is she's a very young girl.
But not too young, Doctor. In front of a jury, she might just imagine you into a guilty verdict.
I'm not sure that you're aware of all the facts, Mr. Maris. Wendy Adams is engaged to be married to Ben Tracy. He's the physical instructor and lifeguard for the beach club. They met in college. They're very much in love and have been for years. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Well, so am I.
I wish I could be of more help to you, but incredible as it may sound, my story is true.
All right, Doctor. That'll be all. Thank you. God. Which one of them is lying?
I don't know. Maybe I can find out from Wendy on the way down to the beach. I'll call you when I get there.
Hello. Are we here already?
You fell asleep 5 minutes after we left the city, which doesn't speak very well for my company.
Oh, I just remembered something. I don't think I have a key. I used to commute back and forth to work with the doctor. I really never needed one. I know. Sometimes they left the front door open, huh?
Well, let's try it.
Okay. Locked.
I promised a friend of mine I'd call him.
Well, you could make the call from the club. I tell you what, why don't we borrow a couple of suits and take a swim?
Well, that sounds like the best idea I've heard all day. I'd like to meet your fiancé. I understand he works at the club.
Oh, my ex-fiancé. You see, we met in college when Ben was all-American. Oh, I don't know. I never thought he'd become a lifeguard. That's really one reason why I broke the engagement. He does seem to lose all his ambition.
How did Dr. Stanhope react to the broken engagement?
Oh, he was glad. I really don't think he ever liked Ben.
Count me out. I'll be back in a minute.
Where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. Oh, Ben, this is Mr. Maris, the doctor's attorney.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Do you know where the Winthrops are? We'd like to borrow a couple of suits.
Yeah, there they are.
Katie! Pinky! Over here!
You know the doctor, Ben?
Sure. Doc's a great guy. He got me the job here so I could be close to Wendy.
Mr. Maris.
Oh, it's all right. I'm Pinky Winthrop. brother of the deceased and brother-in-law of the incarcerated Dr. William Stanhope. Third. You mustn't forget the third. Will you have a drink?
No, thanks.
Oh. This is my wife, Katie Winthrop.
Pinky, honest.
Nice to see you, Miss Smith.
Now, Wendy tells me that you're Herbert Maris, lawyer in front of the doctor, huh?
Well, I know the doctor casually as a patient.
Boy, spoken like a true gentleman. But if you came in here to interrogate us, you'll just have to wait, because I got to get a refill. But I can tell you this. Everybody here, with the exception of Ben, had a motive for the murder.
Pinky, will you stop?
Take me, for instance. When my sister's will is probated, I'll be a much richer man. $2 million rich, to be exact. And my wife, Katie. Everyone knows that she married me on a rebound after the doctor jilted her. You see, our family, May's and mine, is rich. Much richer than my wife's family. In fact, my sister's money was probably the most attractive thing about her. And then there's Miss Adams. Lovely young Miss Adams.
Mr. Winthrop, if you don't mind, I wish you'd leave Wendy out of this. The doc was in love with her. She told me all about it. But I still don't think he murdered his wife.
Well, there's the crux of the matter. $2 million and a beautiful girl.
That's ridiculous. The doctor's a successful man, and he doesn't need his wife's money.
I leave you with that, barrister. Oh, Ben, get Mr. Maris a pair of trunks and get me a refill.
Wait a minute, Ben. I'll go with you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Maris. My husband really isn't like that. He's actually quite upset about May's death. In his own way, he's trying to help, and I'm afraid he's just added to the confusion.
Maybe you can clear things up. Wendy said the doctor wanted a divorce.
That's just more confusion. Mr. Maris, I don't want to make things more difficult for Stan. But when they were married, May offered to build Stan a medical center. It meant a great deal to him. But May kept putting it off. She said that it was the only bargaining power she had. And yesterday, she asked him for a divorce. Said that she was going to cut him off without a penny. I guess that was the only way she knew how to hurt him. I'll see you in a few minutes.
The facts of May Stanhope's murder had become fiction within hours. It was like a jigsaw puzzle with a piece missing. The puzzle would have to be worked around the missing piece.
Oh, it seems heartless of us enjoying ourselves out here and Stan cooped up behind bars. May dead.
Mourning doesn't revive the dead. It's respect that keeps their memories alive.
We haven't shown very much respect for May, have we? Any of us? But you mustn't take Pinky seriously. Despite what he said this morning and his performance, he really is very kind and thoughtful. He's tried so hard to make me happy. And we have our children. I wouldn't have had those if I'd have married Stan. He seemed to feel that children needed more time and attention than he had to give. And
How about a drink, Mr. Investigator?
No, thanks. Never touch it till the sun goes over the yardarm.
You know, that's one of my redeeming features. A lot of people mind drinking alone. Well, I don't. Well, go.
Cheers.
Guess by now you've found out how much my wife hated my sister.
I think your wife is so full of love for you and your children, there's very little room left in her for hate.
What do you say to a swim?
No, I've had enough. Sleep here.
You haven't even been in yet.
Well, I want to be fresh for my date tonight.
Since I drove you down here, I guess that does make me your date.
Well, I'd go, but I need a refill.
How about you, Mr. Maris?
Well, I've got a telephone call to make, but I guess it can wait. If you'll settle for tossing that medicine ball instead of a swim, let's go.
All right?
Have you decided to play?
You win, Ernie. I've seen the light. I'm going to mend my wicked ways for you. Come on, let's play!
I guess I was thinking about the case.
Why don't you try and let us help you think?
Maybe I will. Everyone except Ben knew that Mrs. Stanhope was sleeping in the guest room. How many of you knew where the doctor kept his gun?
I did.
So did I, for that matter. Wendy told me.
Darling, you all right?
But Ben didn't know that May was sleeping in the guest room.
That's right, I forgot.
Well, don't forget. You're the only alibi I got.
Oh, I won't forget, Mr. Winthrop. Besides, you don't have to worry. Everybody knows where you were last night. I sobered you up myself after you passed out. Right here at the club, remember?
How long was Pinky passed out, Ben?
Oh, about an hour and a half, I guess.
I've had enough of this. You're acting just like one of us did it.
It's possible.
I'm going to get dressed.
I guess I'll get dressed myself.
Mr. Maris, are you serious about thinking that one of us did it?
I'd rather discuss that with the police. I wouldn't like to make any false accusations.
People around here go home early. Looks like they're the only ones left on the beach.
Taking Mr. Herbert Maris. Taking Mr. Herbert Maris. Telephone.
Almost alone, but not quite, Wendy. Shades of Marconi. I better get that call. Would you excuse me?
Maris, I think we'll go in now. I hope we'll see you again.
I'm sure you will, Mrs. Stanhope. Mrs. Stanhope? Hello? This is Herbert Maris. You've got a call for me? Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Herb. Listen, you're not easy to find. I got tired of waiting for your call, so I drove down to the beach.
How far are you from the club?
Oh, about 10 minutes away.
Get here as fast as you can. I'll be walking north along the beach. I think I'm about to bring the killer out into the open.
Listen, Herb, don't take any unnecessary chances.
Goodbye, John.
You didn't expect to find me here, did you?
I expected to find whoever killed Mrs. Stanhope somewhere around here. I guess that leaves you, Ben.
Killed Mrs. Stanhope? No, I was waiting to ask you to stay away from Wendy. Besides, I couldn't have killed her. I was here at the club with Pinky Winthrop.
She was passed out for an hour and a half. You said so yourself, Ben. You could have sneaked out and come back. Pinky wouldn't have known the difference.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was sleeping in the guest room.
Ben!
You shouted at me, Mr. Maris, and I don't like that. You're treating me like all the others.
You mean like dirt, Ben?
Yes, that's what I mean. Snapping their fingers. Ben, get me this. Ben, get me that.
Did Mrs. Stanhope treat you like that? Is that why you killed her?
I didn't kill her. She was a great sports fan. She remembered all about me. She remembered the year I made All-American. Why would I want to kill her?
But Wendy didn't like sports, did she? Not really, I mean.
No, not after I wasn't popular anymore.
Wendy and the doctor, though, they both had a lot in common. Working together, both interested in medicine. Wendy even led you to believe the doctor wanted to marry her. But the doctor wasn't interested in Wendy. She was a sick girl. A lot sicker than I thought at first.
And why'd you try to make a date with her?
I didn't. That was a part of her sickness. Wendy needs to be needed, but she doesn't believe anybody really wants her, so she makes things up.
I believed her. I believed all those stories she told me. Everything about her and the doctor. I even thought you were trying to take her away from me. I was going to kill you.
You did kill Mrs. Stanhope, didn't you, Ben?
I didn't mean to. I thought it was Wendy. I wasn't going to let the doc have her. And she thinks I'm a fool, too. But I won't make a mistake this time.
Are you all right? Sorry I couldn't get here any sooner. What happened?
I can wait. Did you see Ben Tracy?
Well, I saw somebody climbing over those rocks over there. I couldn't tell who it was.
Stanhope Beach House is right over there. May Stanhope was murdered accidentally. We've got to find Wendy Adams.
Oh, Ben. Maybe you can help me with this lock. I've got to get in here. You see, I have a date with Mr. Maris, and
He was right about you. You did lie to me.
About what?
About you and the doctor.
Well, that's funny. I don't remember lying.
I killed Mrs. Stanhope.
But you thought that I was asleep in that bed.
All right, Wendy. Stop it.
Mr. Maris.
Come on, Wendy.
Tracy! He hit his head on a rock. He's dead.
He tried to kill me. He tried to kill me.
People kill in different ways, Wendy. In your own way, you killed Ben and Mrs. Stanhope. I'm going to try and help you.
I told him I had a date with you, but he didn't believe me.
Thank you, Mr. Maris, for letting us know about Stan. I wish there was something I could do for Wendy, though.
Me too. You know, I didn't know I was a little over the hill until you brought it to my attention, Mr. Maris. But, I found a cure.
Not a bad remedy either.